Hello, I'm Susie Porygon with my video review of my video review of Zathura, the board game. Remember, I talked about Jumanji, the board game, and I told you I was going to review this one. I was going to review Zathura too, so now I actually, now I'm actually showing you the board game itself. I actually did get this game back in 2005 when Zathura the movie came out. And I must say, the actual box is completely it's completely accurate to the movie. But first, let me show you this. I actually have the movie Zathura in my possessions, and the movie was pretty good. It was like it says on the top right here, a new adventure from the world of Jumanji. And yeah, this was completely different from Jumanji since it takes place in outer space, and Danny and Walter encounter like a robot and the Zorgons, that the lizard men, and then they also have some help from the astronaut who was actually Walter as an adult. But if you like this movie, then and if you did get the board game, then you probably liked that also. So yeah, that's why I got this board game, is because I liked the movie and I wanted to actually and I wanted to own the real thing, except I didn't want to, go into space and whatnot. But as I said, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in there that's making noise. But you can see that the the box looks completely accurate to the movie. It has the pictures of the spacemen and their rockets, and the actual title is Zathura, and it says adventure is waiting. Yeah, it shows the pictures from Earth to outer space and all the rockets zooming, and the planets and stuff. And right here it says a game for 2 to 4 players. In the movie, it was only for 2 players. Yeah, it was only for Danny and Walter to play. And yeah, the game is made by Fairview. At least I think that's Fairview Entertainment. Yeah, I think that's the company's name. So this is what the top of the box looks like. Yeah, like you saw right here, all it says is the Zathura title and adventure is waiting and whatnot. Yeah, the saving is on each side of the box. Well, on the sides at least. And now, the back right here, this shows you the actual game board and all the pieces it comes with, like the card console and the thesaurus space, and as well as the Zathura planet itself. Well, Zathura is not a planet; it's a black hole, like you saw in the movie. Danny actually reached Zathura, and everything got sucked into the black hole, and that's how everything got turned back to normal, because Danny won the game, and the entire house was returned to Earth, and back in one piece also. And here, it shows you it has some puzzle pieces of the actual house, and you lose a piece if you take damage from when you get in the movie, when you get a card and something happens, like you summon a robot or a Zorgon, when you saw the movie, it was completely damaging the house and destroying it. So yeah, that makes sense here. When you're not safe from danger, then you lose a piece of the house, and when all the pieces of the house are gone, it's game over. Just like in the Jumanji board game, if you fill up the Doomsday Grid completely, then it's game over because the jungle is taken over. And it shows you the cards that it comes with, and there's also space tokens, or defense tokens, that you're supposed to use to escape from danger. Yeah, I'll show you everything the board has when I open the box, which I'm about to do right now. So here we go. Let's start with this. These are the... Oh, wait a minute. I almost forgot. Look what we have here. If you look on the inside of the top of the box, it has this from the movie. When Walter was reading it, like we're finding where the instructions are, it has this actual dialogue. Like it says right here. Yeah, Zathura. Attention all space adventures. Zathura awaits. Do you have what it takes to navigate the galaxy? It's not for the faint of heart. Once you embark upon your journey, there's no turning back until Zathura is reached. Play again and again for different adventures. There was an extra sentence that says that it says pieces reset at the end of each pieces reset at the end of each game. So yeah, Danny and Walter had no choice but to keep playing the game to get back to Earth and stuff. Now these are the real instructions that you use to play the game, but this is actually much more bland than the Jumanji instructions. And I actually well, I'll first tell you more about it later when I get to the card console itself. This right here is the Zathura space. If you remember from the movie where Danny landed on a space that causes this huge Saurus to affect the gravity, like when Walter read the card, it says you pass too close to Saurus free, enter gravity field. Yeah, this is the space that you have to attach to the board, and when a spaceship lands on it, then you're trapped in there, and yeah, it also has this lever right here that makes this piece go up. I guess it's supposed to, you know, elevate your spaceship piece to get out, and it has some good designs. Like it's overlapped with some black you know, faded spots, like trying to make it look like a real sun or whatever the source is. And now look what we have here. This is the actual card ejector console that just like in the movie when you turn the key and then you push the button, and then when the spaceship finishes moving, the card comes out. And it also has this right here. You have to spin this to land on a number and then move your spaceship. And right here is the storage compartment, and this is where you put the game cards in, which I have right now. Yeah, these are the deck of cards. These are actually laminated and not cardboard and stuff. And boy, there's a whole lot of cards here. I'll get to them in a minute. Just gotta show all the other stuff. Here, I'll show you the game pieces. Like, sorry, I'm trying to reach in there. These are all the puzzle pieces of the house that, like I showed you on the back, you have to put the entire house together, and you know, like I said, when you're not safe from danger, you have to take away a piece. I'll show you the entire house when I get the entire board together. Now, let's see here. Because I've been moving the box around, everything got jumbled up, and everything got messy, and it's always so messy when I missed a piece of the house. Here are the defense tokens. They have different sayings on them. Like this one, it says astronaut. It's supposed to protect you from the Zorgons. Here's a reprogram token that's supposed to help protect you from the robot. Like, remember in the movie when Walter got a card that says reprogram and he used it on the robot, which caused him to turn against the Zorgons. And there's also a fire token. It's also supposed to protect you from Zorgons because they're attracted to fire. Like when the astronaut put the living room couch on fire, and then the Zorgon's ship followed it. This right here is the asteroid die. You're supposed to roll it and see if you land on a safe spot. In fact, the game also comes with two safe stickers, and you're supposed to put them on the asteroid die. And if you land on safe, then the entire house is safe. But if not, then you lose a piece of the house. I actually don't really like using this. And this thing right here, I think this is supposed to be like the box calls it a discard pile. Like you're supposed to put pieces of the house or use defense tokens on it. But really, it doesn't look very necessary. It looks pretty useless. Like, I don't even know how it even acts as a discard pile. So yeah, that piece isn't worth using at all. So yeah, now I'll show you these. This is these two are pieces of pieces of the board that you had to put on that contains the like a bridge and the actual Zathura black hole right here. And the stickers around here, they come in separately, so you have to put them on yourself. It's actually pretty hard to do, because as you can see here, there are creases all over these stickers. And yeah, when you do put the stickers on, you want to be careful with that and try not to rip them or something or crease them too much. But yeah, again, it's hard to do trying to get the stickers on to, make the game look complete and not. And yeah, the Zathura black hole can rotate 360 degrees. You actually have to spin. You actually have to spin this when you land on it, because that's how you win the game, just like in the movie. And another thing I almost forgot. These right here are the spaceship tokens, and it also comes with a robot token, the one that was trying to kill Walter. And yeah, just like the Jumanji game, the spaceships come in blue, yellow, red, and green. But all 4 spaceships start on the same spot of the board. And speaking of which, here is the actual board itself. Here. Sorry. This is what the entire board looks like, at least without the Zathura piece and whatnot. And it actually has a picture of a fake card console, and the thesaurus space right here. That's what it actually looked like in the movie. It didn't have an actual thesaurus space. And right there is a picture of a space shuttle, and that's actually that space right there is where all the tokens are supposed to start off. And the board's really accurate to the movie. It's got the asteroid space and the blast space, and the picture of the astronaut, the spaceships, and everything else. Except it doesn't have the Z's on these spaces right here. In fact, those Z's are supposed to be, I believe that's where you're supposed to put the defense tokens on, and when you land on one, you get to keep that token and use it later on. So, another thing I want to show you, also inside the box, are these black dice right here. The game didn't come with these. I used some. I gave the game these dice because. Alright, I'm ready to tell you now. When I first got this game, I actually I broke the card console because the cards kept getting stuck. So since I couldn't use it anymore, I had to start using these dice to see how many spaces the spaceships should move. But then on my 17th birthday, I believe, I ordered a separate replacement console off of eBay, and I was pretty lucky to find one. So I bought a replacement console, and it looks pretty good. The sticker right here is a bit creased and actually crooked, but it's in some decent condition, I guess. It's just fine. Yeah, that's about it. Oh yeah, and since I bought the replacement console, it came with a second discard pile. So how you like that? I got 2 of them, which are completely unnecessary. And yeah, that's everything the box comes with. I took out some of the cards from the console because a bunch of the cards, including losing your turn, and I have a little bit of problems with the losing turn cards. I keep getting them like 3 in a row, and like each time I take a turn, and well, I had to take some of them out because they're pretty annoying. But now, yeah, since I got all the pieces out, I'm now ready to show you what the entire board looks like when it's entirely set up. So here, and this is it. This is the entire Zathura board game all set up. I got the actual black hole set up and the bridge, and there's also the thesaurus and the card console. And I put all the tokens on each Z space, and right there are all 4 spaceships. That's what I'm assuming it's supposed to look like, I guess. And right here is where the robot's supposed to be stationed at, according to the instructions. And you know what? There's something I forgot to tell you. Remember the black dice, the black dice I showed you, and that I broke the card console? Well, because I broke the console, I took a permanent marker and just crossed out some of the sentences it says, and then replaced turn the key with roll the dice. And well, yeah, I was actually a stupid 10-year-old back then, or was I 11? I don't remember, but other than that, now I think I'm gonna tell you about the card console. I have the cards right here, and I haven't put them in yet, but here. Or no, actually, let me first show you. One thing I forgot to mention before I put the entire game up is that to put these on, you have to slip these pegs right here, right through those holes, like you can see some pegs right under the console right here, and two on the back, and yeah, it shows you where to put them. The same thing is on the Thesaurus and the extra board pieces. Now let me just put the console back on. It's gonna be, yeah, and whenever I want to put them on, I have to tilt it up like this a little bit. Yeah, it's a little hard to do especially when I put some of the pieces on it. And yeah, I put one of the tokens out of place. Now I think I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna put the cards in. Like I showed you, there's a back compartment, like right here. Now hold on, the board's in my way. I'm now gonna put the cards in. You're supposed to put them on. Oh wait. Hold on a second. The cards are giving me a bit of trouble. Alright, so here we go. I'm putting the cards in. You might want to put them in this way, so it'll So that's where you put the cards in. And now for the main event. Just like in the movie, you first turn the key. Now the key doesn't come off, actually. That's one thing I almost forgot to mention. You can't take the key off. It's just locked right there. And yeah, you first turn the key and then push the button, and then the card's supposed to come out of there. The number wheel right here, it doesn't move automatically. You have to turn it yourself. But now, here we go. I turn the key and it makes a dinging sound, and it makes the button pop up. So now, I hit the button right here, and did you see that? A card came out, just like in the movie. Now let's see what it says. Oh, it's upside down. Heat in house attracts Zorgon fleet. Defend or damage house. So yeah, apparently, just like in the movie, when there's heat in the house, then the Zorgons come. And another thing I almost forgot to show. Another thing to show you. Well, I didn't forget, but whenever you turn the key, and then when you hit the button, I think the instructions said that you're supposed to turn the wheel by yourself. But look what happens when I hit the button. It actually turned the wheel by itself. So I guess you are supposed to just hit the button, and then the wheel will turn by itself. And here, the card says, loose map of galaxy, go back 2 spaces. So yeah, this is amazing. I do like what the console does. It does turn the wheel automatically. Right here. Like here it says 5. Well, actually, it doesn't do it all the time. It doesn't do it all the time, but sometimes you kind of do have to turn the wheel yourself. It just doesn't do it all the time, but yeah, I'm sorry for saying that 3 times already, but yeah, it says travel into the darkest part of space and lose your way. Go back 2 spaces. And yeah, you are supposed to move your spaceship token to the space that the number gives you. And like I said, when you land on a Z space, well, when you land on a token, then you get to keep it. Like here, I put the reprogram token right here. And when you get a card that says something about the robot, it's supposed to be attacking the ship that is in front of it or behind it or whatever. Sometimes the card tells you that where to move the robot ahead or something. Oh yeah, and also the Thesaurus space. here I'll put the red ship over here, which is the red ship is supposed to be Danny's. Like I said, when you land on the storage space, your ship gets trapped in there, and I think you're supposed to just take another turn. Like when you land in the storage, you kind of lose a turn. But yeah, like I said, you pull this lever down, and it makes the ship go. It elevates the ship, and I hit it too fast. That's how it flipped over. But yeah, that's how it works. And yeah, and like I said, like here, like I just showed you. I just told you, when the spaceship lands at Zathura, you have to spin it like this. The Zathura space really did spin like in the movie, just like when Danny reached it, and that's how the entire black hole came. And also, this is what the entire house puzzle looks like. Like I said, when you roll the spaceship die, the asteroid die. You roll it like that, and you need to have it say the word safe, and then the entire house will be safe, like I just showed you right there. But once again, if it doesn't have space on it, if you're not safe, then you lose the pieces of the ship. And like I said, when you lose all pieces of the ship, then the game is over, and the Zorgons win. And that is what the instructions say. When the house is gone, you lose, and the Zorgons win. That's just about it. Yeah, and like I said, I have no use for these the discard pile or anything. Well, actually, I guess you are supposed to put pieces of the house on it, and the asteroid tokens, and I guess the cards too, because well, the instructions don't tell you to put it back in the console or whatever. There might be something that I missed about it, but let's see, what else is there? I don't know. I think that's all I have to say. This is a good board game. I do like that. I do love the idea of having the actual Zathura board game being in real life since the movie came out. And another thing I forgot to mention, the Zathura game board is actually much smaller than the Jumanji board. If you saw my Jumanji review, then maybe you saw how big it was. Whereas this Zathura board, it's much smaller. I don't want to take the Zathura box out because I don't want to take the Jumanji board out because I put it back in the box. But yeah, it is indeed bigger than the Zathura board. So yeah, this is a good board game. If you like Zathura, and if you had this game back in 2005, then maybe you liked it, and maybe you liked the movie also. That was pretty good, and well, except well, yeah, it does have it is a this is the real game is a 4-player rather than just 2-player like in the movie. But I do like the idea of giving 2 extra players. So that's just about it for the Zathura board game. Hope you liked it, and hope you liked this actual game and the movie also. See ya.